Strippers, playmates, gold diggers, and soccer moms? From penthouse pets to singing bananas, here's what the cast of Rock of Love is up to now.
Any woman willing to lick chocolate mousse off of her own breasts, that's a spiritual connection that you can't deny.
Before he ever starred on a dating show, Bret Michaels was a stone-cold rock legend. Then the Poison frontman became a reality TV star. After the third and final season of Rock of Love aired in 2009, Michaels chose contestant and adult model Taya Parker as his new girlfriend, but the pair didn't last for long.
I'm the luckiest girl in the world, and this is only the beginning of my happily ever afters.
A year later, in 2010, and just a week after an appendectomy, the rocker suffered a brain hemorrhage that kept him hospitalized for nearly a month, according to ABC News. Luckily, he fully recovered, later telling People, "What I want to do is make a positive bucket list and say, I'm just gonna go for it." Michaels went on to appear on multiple seasons of Celebrity Apprentice, taking home the top prize in 2010. He also competed on The Masked Singer, where he sang a rendition of Bob Dylan's Knocking on Heaven's Door while dressed as a banana.
Yeah. You all rock, and the banana fans out here are awesome. I love it here.
These days, the father of two is no longer doing TV. Instead, Michaels tours both solo and with Poison. The latter has a slot on Motley Crue's long-delayed stadium tour alongside Def Leppard and Joan Jett. Originally set for summer 2020, the tour was bumped several times due to the pandemic and finally hit the road in 2022. As the first winner of Rock of Love, Jessica Rickliff is familiar to fans who watched from the very beginning. Back in 2007, she was a 23-year-old Chicago-based cosmetologist who also tended bar on the side. And even though the premise of the show meant that she'd be in a relationship with Michaels after the season wrapped, the couple's love affair was short-lived.
I don't know what it is when I'm with Bret, but it makes me crazy.
According to Reality TV World, Rickliff later got back together with an ex. Soon after, a second season of the show was announced, which meant Michaels would officially be searching for another girlfriend out of 25 brand new women. In the second installment of the dating show, actress Amber Lake came out as the winner, but of course, that coupling didn't last. The 37-year-old and the rocker split shortly after the final episode aired. According to People, the two just couldn't make it work with their schedules.
And I know we'll see each other soon on a tour bus in a city near you.
After going their separate ways, VH1 gave Michaels another chance to find true love with a third season. But Michaels admitted to People magazine that he was still in love with Lake, even though he went on with filming the show. Lake would later claim that Michaels was more comfortable in his occasional relationship with his girlfriend and mother of his two daughters, Christy Gibson, according to Celeb Buzz. Even though she had a bit of an acting career prior to reality TV, Lake, who is now in her 50s and a brunette, hasn't done much acting since 2008. According to IMDb, she's currently working on a film project that appears to be in development. While she didn't win any of the seasons, Megan Hauserman was a standout on Rock of Love Season 2. The bikini-clad Florida native made it as far as the final 5 contestants, but was eliminated shortly after.
Me and Bret have just magical chemistry. We were made for each other.
She went on to appear on the VH1 reality shows Rock of Love Charm School and I Love Money, and she didn't hold back on showcasing her unforgettable personality. It was likely her star power that made the network offer Hauserman a show of her own, 2009's Megan Wants a Millionaire. The series followed her search for a lucky man who wanted a trophy wife. The show could have launched her reality TV career, but it was quickly canceled after a contestant was involved in a murder, according to Entertainment Weekly. Hauserman did one other series, but her reality career seemingly came to a halt in 2010. Today, she is a wife and mother who actually found a millionaire to marry, at least according to a video on YouTube. She's also active on Instagram, mostly sharing photos of herself and her son. Daisy De La Hoya was another notable star from the Rock of Love cast. She made her debut on Season 2 and fought her way to the finale alongside Amber Lake. She lost, but as a standout of the season, VH1 gave her a spin-off dating show, Daisy of Love. It only lasted for one season, and she didn't stay with the guy she chose on the show. Instead, she embarked on a relationship with 80s kid actor Corey Haim, according to NBC Chicago. The two were dating around the time of his death in 2010.
I just want to curl up in a ball and eat a lot of ice cream.
De La Hoya did several other reality shows after the series ended, as well as some acting. And in 2016, she revealed she had gotten sober after abusing drugs since her reality TV stint, according to VH1 News. More recently, De La Hoya seems to be keeping it low-key and has left the long blonde locks for various other looks. She is also active on social media, but has private Twitter and Instagram accounts. And according to IMDb, it appears De La Hoya was filming a movie in 2022. The reality star has gone on record saying that she has loved the arts her entire life and has even taken a swing at music. She's honed her craft in a rock band called Black Star Electra and a solo project called Ghost Generation. Model Taya Parker claimed victory in the third season of the series known as Rock of Love Bus. Parker appeared in Penthouse magazine and also has some acting roles under her belt. Her credits include mostly lesser-known horror films like 2016's Beach Massacre at Kill Devil Hills and 2017's The Mangled. She also appeared as herself in 2014's Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies.
Brett, are you sure you don't want to take a second chance?
Parker has also made appearances at comic book conventions, cosplaying as various characters. She's stepped out as comic book stalwarts like Batman villain Poison Ivy, Zatanna, and Wonder Woman. Further cementing her status as a comic book diehard, she revealed that she adopted the stage name Parker as an homage to Peter Parker, the Incredible Spider-Man. For the record, Michaels and Parker actually dated following her season on the show, according to Showbiz Cheat Sheet. But it should be no surprise to anyone that the relationship was short-lived. These days, Parker's Twitter bio reminds fans that she was named Penthouse Pet of the Year and that she's also an actress, model, burlesque performer, and devoted mom to her son. Michaels dated roughly 60 different women over the course of 3 seasons of Rock of Love, but one of the show's producers revealed in a Reddit AMA that the Poison frontman didn't have much interest in most of the contestants. Still, one woman in particular piqued his interest enough for him to contact her after the show had wrapped. The producer claimed that the lady in question was Season 2's Christy Jo Muller, adding, "I do think he was interested in Christy Jo and reportedly contacted her multiple times after the show. I believe that was the only girl he did that with." According to Muller's website, she's currently working as a model and brand ambassador and influencer. And in addition to appearing on Rock of Love, Muller also starred on VH1's Rock of Love Charm School. The star has also shot for Playboy, something she made sure to mention on Instagram. Heather Chadwell appeared on both Rock of Love and Rock of Love Charm School, and she's perhaps best remembered for getting Michaels' name tattooed on her neck during the show's first season.
Brett and I already have a connection, and we're gonna be together, so.
At the time, Chadwell was living in Las Vegas and working as a stripper, but she managed to parlay her stints on reality shows into a handful of acting gigs. Chadwell appeared in a 2009 episode of Californication, and 2 years later, she found her way into a role on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Her acting appearances have been sporadic over the years, but according to Instagram, Chadwell has set her sights on a completely new venture, real estate, and only the most luxurious of residences. She works as an agent in Orange County, California, after having previously worked in real estate in her hometown of Columbus, Ohio. When she's not tacking up sold signs, she offers her services as a life coach and runs a few YouTube channels focusing on real estate and lifestyle. Chadwell also often promotes various brands and product lines, especially those related to health and wellness. Lacey Skulls went by her maiden name Lacey Connor when she appeared on Rock of Love, and she's probably best remembered as being one of the series' greatest villains, a role she happily embraced. As she recalled to Showbiz Cheat Sheet, "I have to do this villain thing. It'll be fun. I love villains anyway."
You guys are not my friends. I'm not here to make friends with you.
We're not your friends, and why do you care what we think?
Skulls also appeared on the Rock of Love spin-off Charm School, and in 2012, she formed an alternative rock band called Halo, the same year she met her husband, Johnny Skulls. The two were married in 2013 and then moved to Las Vegas. Skulls has also launched a podcast called Talk of Love, which often features other former Rock of Love cast members as guests. Skulls has been active in several charitable endeavors, including a dog rescue program, which she ran for 8 years. The program involved fostering the animals and ultimately finding them forever homes. Her efforts reportedly saved around 100 dogs who would have otherwise been euthanized. She has also extended her advocacy to people, supporting LGBTQ+ initiatives as well as Black Lives Matter. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more grunge videos about your favorite reality stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.